I get a lot of questions from people at school and on YOLOs and whatnot about how I lost so much weight. Because if you didn't know, I used to look like this. Now, disclaimer, this video is not shaming people who look like how I used to look, or for people that are of bigger size or plus size people. Like, this is not a shame about anything. I just got a lot of questions about how I lost so much weight kind of really suddenly and quickly. So if you're interested in hearing about my tips and tricks and stuff for losing weight, keep on watching. So basically I showed you the picture of what I used to look like, and it all started when I got depressed, because that's normally where things start. And a lot of the times people are like, yeah, I got depression or I got anxiety and then I stopped eating. But it was very opposite for me. Once depression actually hit for me and I was diagnosed with it, I started eating everything. Now, I wasn't diagnosed with an eating disorder, so I don't even know if I can call it that, so I'm not going to, but I did eat a lot, very, very often. Anytime I wanted to eat something, I would eat it. And at first it was okay because I was kind of young, but then it started catching up to me because of how much I ate and how badly I ate. I ate fast food every other day, if not every day. Ice cream was big for me, which I still eat ice cream now. Okay, we're gonna get into that. But I just ate really bad, moral of the story. And all the time. I never ate good, real food. So it started catching up to me, as well as my lack of activity and overall happiness and stress. And then I reached my max point of just how I looked and how big I got. And I was fine at first, besides my depression, I was fine with the way I looked until I really realized how I looked. And I wasn't bullied at school or anything for this, I wasn't hyped up or whatever, but I wasn't bullied like a lot of people are. So I didn't really care about my physical image at all, which is okay if you don't care about your physical image. But for me, once I realized how I actually felt and looked, I wanted to change it immediately, because I would look in the mirror and I would hate myself, and I had no self-confidence at all. I would hate talking to new people, meeting new people, going out anywhere. It just reached a point where I was not happy at all, and I had no energy, and it was because of the way I was eating and maintaining my lifestyle. So once I decided to change that, I didn't really know where to start because my habits have been building up for 3 years. So one of my biggest tips is, if you've had a really bad lifestyle and you're really down for changing it, you have to start small, because if you start really big, it just overwhelms you. Because at first I didn't know where to start, so I did a whole bunch of research and I watched a lot of YouTube videos, and I just kind of dove right in. I made a huge list of everything I wanted to change about myself and my physical appearance and how I ate and what I did. So I would try to work out every night, this hardcore full body workout. I would go on these weird diets. Okay, I went on a military diet. And if you've heard of that before, it's where you literally eat nothing throughout the day. You drink only water, which is fine, but for breakfast you would have half a grapefruit, which I hated grapefruit. For lunch you would have tuna and a couple saltine crackers, and I didn't like tuna. And it's it was a 3-day diet for me. And I did the whole thing, and afterward I just felt sick. I felt disgusting. So unless that's something you really, really want to do, I wouldn't recommend it, because it made me feel gross. It made me feel like I was punishing myself. That's a good way to put it. It made me feel like I didn't want to eat because I was a certain size, and I didn't want to go about it that way. So after the military diet, I kind of stopped dieting per se. So I personally don't really believe in diets. hear me out. I think taking something completely out of your diet and how you eat is gonna mess with your body in one way or another. So instead of going on a diet and completely knocking something out, I just like to limit it. So like for me now, I still eat ice cream. I just don't eat it every day. I still eat, like, microwave popcorn is really bad for you. I don't eat it often, but if I'm having a movie night, like, I'm gonna eat some of it. So another one of my tips is to still eat the foods you love and enjoy, just in smaller portions and less often. So then you don't feel like you're punishing yourself and you're actually still living and enjoying life. Something I did kind of cut out was soda pop. And it was just for like a short period of time. Like, I know my friend Alyssa, you've probably seen her on my channel. If not, go watch my videos with Alyssa in it. But she hasn't drank pop in like a year and a half. And she's perfectly fine with it. But me, I still like to drink it sometimes when I get headaches. This is like a whole other story, but when I get headaches, like, caffeine helps me. So like, I drink soda sometimes. But for a while, I completely cut that out of my diet because it made me feel bloated. So another one of my tips would be to find the things that you notice that make you feel different. Like for me, soda made me feel bloated. It made me feel kind of tired because I drank it all the time. So find those things that make you feel less motivated, bloated, or heavier per se, and find those things and kind of diminish them for a while, and then you can start like for me, I started drinking soda again. I just didn't drink it every day. I didn't drink nearly as much of it. I also tried fasting, which I also, apparently it's like really good for you, but for me it did not work out well. When I did fasting is basically when you only drink water for like a certain amount of time. So I think for me it was like 3 days, and you only drink water, you drink lots of water, and you eat nothing. So I did that, and again, it just made me feel sick and tired and bleh. So I would definitely look into that if that's something you like wanted to do. Definitely look into it before you start doing it, because I just kind of watched a YouTube video and I was like, let's try it. And it wasn't the greatest idea for me. Another tip is to definitely drink a lot of water, because when you do drink a lot of water, not only do you get hydrated from it, when you're dehydrated and you don't drink a lot of water, you get the mistake that you think you're hungry when really you're just thirsty. Your body needs like water. So when you drink a lot of water, you don't get hungry as often, and you can focus more on other things than thinking about eating. So that's something that helped me a lot. I also did try calorie counting for calorie counting for a while on like those workout apps, and I didn't do that consistently, so I don't know if it's effective or not, but it just seemed like a lot of work, and I didn't want to do a lot of work, so I just kind of stopped doing that. Then it came to physical activity after I started focusing more on what I ate. So for physical activity, I hated working out. I still kind of don't love working out, but I still do it. So when I first started trying to lose weight, I just immediately went to running, because everyone does it. It's natural and it burns calories. And I started running, and I hate running. I did track, hated it. It just wasn't something I liked. I think it's boring. I think it's exhausting. I hate doing it. So I don't. At first I did for a little bit. I would push myself to try to like it because it's what everyone else did. So I did run for a little bit, and it was helpful. It is something that is helpful. But because I hated it, I tried to find other things that I liked instead, which I did. Something I love doing that burns a lot of calories is dancing. And I'm someone that just dances alone in my room a lot. So that's something that definitely gets you up and moving without feeling like you're working out. And if you don't know what to do, like you like dancing but you don't know what to do, I love dance workout videos, and I can link a couple of channels that I watch and do workout videos too, dance workout videos too. But that's just something that feels more enjoyable to me. Just dance is also very exhausting and something you can do. I also started stretching a lot, which you wouldn't think does a lot, but it actually made me feel more energized. It's kind of like yoga. It makes me feel more energized and motivated and kind of like loose. When I first started working out, I actually got a job at my local gym, which is the YMCA. I don't work there anymore, but I did work there, so I got a free membership, so I had access to all of that stuff, but I didn't use it to the best of my abilities like I could have. But by no means do you have to have a gym membership to be able to work out and be active, because really, if anything, eating is more important, the more important aspect of losing weight than working out is. While working out and being active is still very, very important, what you eat, if you eat bad, working out doesn't do anything for you. So there's so many workouts you can do at home. I know some people use like gallons of water, like those plastic gallons, for weights for like your arms. You can also use them while you're squatting, but you don't even have to have weights. Crunches. I can do like I might do an at-home workout routine video in the future. But when I do work out at the gym, half the time I don't even use some of the machinery and stuff around me. I just like having the atmosphere of like the motivated people around me and all the weights and the music, and just that atmosphere I like better than being at home. So that might help, because it helps me. But by no means do you have to have a gym to be able to work out and be active. Another way I like to be active is to take Bella on a walk, and she loves those. And sometimes, like during the spring and the summer, I'll just take her out to like my church, which is right next to my house, and I'll just make her leash like as long as possible, and I'll just run around with her to burn some energy for her, burns calories for me, and we're bonding, so it works. Riding a bike is another way to be active. Jumping rope is a way to be active. Like, if you really think about the things you do that makes your body burn calories, like there's a lot more than just like running on a treadmill, which I hate doing so much. And then my lifestyle changed as I started improving the way I ate and improving my level of physical activity. Everything just kind of started forming together, so it all plays a role in with each other. Drinking a lot of water is very important. Just watching what you eat. Don't eat too much of a junk food, but you're still allowed to eat a junk food. Find healthy foods that you like. For me, I like almonds, cashews, I like cauliflower. But with just my simple lifestyle changes and my level of physical activity and how I ate, I went from this to this in just about a year. So it does take a little bit if you're not as strict. Keep that in mind. My depression has kind of went down a little bit, my anxieties went down a little bit, and obviously there's more factors that play a role in that, but my lifestyle is definitely a big, huge part of it. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to this video. And again, you are beautiful just the way you are. You are perfect just the way you are. And only change if you feel like you need to for yourself. Not for other people, but for yourself. If you don't feel happy, you feel tired constantly, you feel bloated and unmotivated, then it can be something that you can work on. But do not change for other people, because you are beautiful the way you are. And I hope some of my, I'm literally eating while I'm filming, wow. I hope some of my tips were useful, and I will see you guys very soon. Peace.